For my first video of the new year, I am going to be reviewing the Hoist Mi6, and it's going to get just a little bit brutal. Now, before we get started, I need to tell you, I have no association with the Hoist company. No one is sponsoring me to review this machine. I bought it with my own money, and the opinion that you're going to see is an honest one. Why, do you ask, is this going to be brutal? Well, simply put, it's going to be brutal for me to have to deal with. You see, this actually is a pretty good functional trainer, and I got it at what is a pretty good deal. I certainly did not overpay for it. Here's where the brutal part comes in. Once it was in and once it was installed in my place, I came to realize that it was the wrong machine for me. And once these things are delivered and they're built and they're kind of in. So having realized that it is the wrong machine for me, well, that's pretty brutal, but it might also be the wrong machine for you. Before I get started and before I go too far, I have a few thank yous, and I have to thank all of the new people that signed up and followed me on Facebook. As of the shooting of this video, I have 7,400 people that are following me. You guys that are sharing my videos, you're definitely my heroes out there. I wish I could thank each and every single one of you, but unfortunately, I just don't have time to do that in a video. Okay, so I said it's the wrong functional trainer for me. Why is it the wrong functional trainer for me? Well, right off the bat, this is how I've got to do lat work. I'm already, size-wise, maxed out for the thing. I only stand 5'8". I can't imagine being 6 foot or taller and having to use this machine. I'm about at the top of it, just about. Somebody 4 inches taller than me, I could imagine that they're having to start to do it this way. Okay, so why did I buy this thing if it is so mismatched for me? Well, the answer is really pretty simple. It has spinny things. That's why. It has spinny things, and it's pretty. That's why I bought it. I knew I was going to be making videos for Facebook, and I wanted something pretty for my videos. So that's why I bought it. I bought it because it had spinny things and it was pretty, which, now that I think about it, is kind of the same way that I've always chosen my girlfriends. This clip system actually works pretty good. It's not bad. I'm not crazy about it though. It's not really universal. You have to use a separate clip in order to use accessories that are not provided by Hoist. So in a sense, it's kind of self-defeating and a pain in the butt. Like so many things on this machine, it seems like it's there for design purposes and not because it's really the best way to do things. This is how they give you your handles. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I really don't. It's a pain. It's unnecessary. I guess this is supposed to be for some type of, hanging, or I don't know. I don't know why this is here or what the purpose of it is. It was not explained in the manual. As a matter of fact, the only thing that was explained in the manual was how to build the thing. Anyway, it's not a bad system. I just don't think it's a good one. These are great. Just make sure that they're pulled out all the way while you're sliding them. But they're great. I gotta admit it. They're great. This is another thing that's not in the manual, and honestly, I don't get it. There's no Velcro on it. There's no wraps. I guess it's supposed to be for your ankles somehow. As near as I can tell, the only thing that you can do with it is this, and that just doesn't make any sense. And this is way, way bigger than an ankle, and this is unusable. As far as I'm concerned, this is just unusable. Of the accessories that come with this thing, this is the worst. One of the rivets has a gap. Actually, two of the rivets have gaps on it. It sticks. It sticks. I guess this is a tricep bar. The feel of it is terrible. The knurl on it feels terrible. The feel of this thing feels terrible. This just feels really, really, really cheap, and there's no quality control on it at all. This is a little bit better. Not much, though. It is a little bit better. It screams of cheapness. It's a little bit better than the tricep bar that I just showed you, but not much. It still screams of cheap components and that it was cheaply put together. And in the place where it's designed to be stored, as you pull it on and off, it scrapes at the plastic that it's supposed to go into. This is really bad design. It seems like it was created strictly because it was pretty and strictly because it had the spinny thing as a gimmick. For the money I paid for it, I shouldn't be complaining. The thing that I just can't keep getting past is that it has a list price of $34.99. Now I want to talk to you for a minute about this shell here. This is just really nothing but a great big piece of plastic. Now this is metal, and it's good, but I read in the owner's manual that maintenance for this thing is that you're supposed to take a Teflon lubricant and you're supposed to lubricate all of the metal poles that hold the weights and slide the weights on a monthly basis. To do that properly, you would have to take this whole thing apart and put it back together once a month. That's what it suggests for home use, to do that once a month. And that's just ridiculous. Now it's got a couple little holes down there that you can get in, and you can probably get enough lubricant on it that as it slides up and down, it's going to go ahead and cover the poles on the inside that the weights slide up and down on. But the thing is, it says that it's supposed to undergo a type of maintenance once a month that you can actually only do if you take the thing apart and put it back together again. Now, for all of its basic functionality, it does great. It's got a very, very smooth action. It works well. It's not particularly loud. All of that plastic and the metal shell around it covers up some of the noise of the weights going up and down the slides. So it is a good machine. It's just not a good machine for me. And it's not a good machine at $34.99, which again is the list price. Now, really, for the sake of the exercises that I need this machine for, it will be just fine. I will probably outgrow it in 2 years or less, and it will certainly last me that long. Okay, so let's talk value. Same place that I bought this, they carry the Bodycraft functional trainer. Now, the Bodycraft functional trainer sells for, I think it's $21.95. The Bodycraft actually comes with one of these rope attachments. The Hoist does not. You would think that they would have made a rope that had a clippy attachment on it to go with this machine, since it's listed at $1,300 more than the Bodycraft, but no, they did not. I tried the Bodycraft while I was buying this one, and honestly, I liked it. I liked it just as much as I like this one as far as its actual functionality is concerned. It comes with more accessories. It is not nearly as pretty. It is a relatively inexpensive unit, and it looks like a relatively inexpensive unit. For the sake of the videos, I wanted something that looked nice. I wanted something that looked expensive, and that's what I got. Now, if I want to compare this to the Bodycraft based on what I paid for it, definitely I got a good deal on this thing, and it was definitely worth the extra money. By the time I negotiated this and my Matrix cross trainer, the net price on this particular machine was $2,650. Now, that said, I did not get nearly as good a deal on my Matrix cross trainer. The review of that is going to be coming up in a couple of 2 or 3 weeks, but more on that in the future. What the receipt says for this thing is $2,650, but that included delivery and setup. And normally delivery and setup for something like this can be anywhere from $250 to $350. But even if we count it as only $150 for the delivery and setup, that means that I paid a full $1,000 less than list price to get this functional trainer. Brand new, in the box, delivered and set up for $2,650. I bought it because it was pretty, and I bought it because it had spinners. I think that this is a great machine for the right person. I think it's a great machine for anybody that stands 5'6" or shorter. I think it's a great machine for a physical therapy office that has a lot of very short clients. So all in all, there are a lot of people that can benefit from this machine, but you don't want to pay any more for it than I did. There is a saying, and that is form follows function. That means that something has to function right first before it looks good, and this is exactly the opposite of that. This is not a good value at $3,500. At $2,500, not bad. I want to take one last opportunity to thank all of the new people that signed up to follow me. Keep coming back to my page on Facebook. You are going to see a lot of articles that are geared to fitness professionals that are still easy enough for the general public to understand. There's a lot of resources on my page. Please come and join me there and take a look at what I've got for you. Y'all have a prosperous new year. Y'all have a great new year. And most of all this new year, I want you all to make a commitment to stay healthy.